So coal and petroleum. In our previous lecture, we studied about what is coal and how it is obtained, what are different types of coals. We know very well that coal is obtained from a earth crust, which is crust of a land and not a tectonic plates of a ocean. Now, what happens when we dig the crust of the oceanic plate, right? We get petroleum. We use it in motorcycle, scooter, cars, everywhere. These petrol, diesel, many things we get from petroleum. When we refine petroleum, we get almost 8 to 10 minimum substances, and which even can be separated into many more. We even get natural gas from this. We get diesel, we get petrol, we get many other things from it, which you will study in standard 10th. Now, the word petroleum is derived from the word petra, means rock, and oleum means oil. So the oil which you get from rock is petroleum. Now, how it was formed? It is same story as a coal formation, but in coal, the living organisms, right, or the plant, when they died, they buried inside the land part, and here we are talking about the oceanic animals. So what happened when the organisms were living inside the sea? These organisms died, their bodies settled down at bottom of sea. It get covered with the layer of sand, clay, everything. And by millions of years ago, the absence of air was there, the temperature was high, the pressure was high. As we know very well that the temperature we get it from inside the earth, pressure we get it from above the earth, and there is no oxygen over there, no air over here. So these dead bodies get transformed into a petroleum and natural gases. Now look at this figure, right? Here you can see there is a deposition of petroleum being shown. So what is there? We uh, just take a ship to the middle of the ocean or to the place where we can get a petroleum, right? And after that, when we dig it, right, once we dig it, these are rocks, and after that what we get is, we get a petroleum, that is, this is the oil part you can see over here, right? And water is there below it also, right? Now what happened? Below the water there is a rock layer, after that there is a petroleum layer. We take that petroleum outside of it, right? Now here you can see one question is asked. You see that the layer contain petroleum, oil and gases above that of water, right? There is one water layer, this blue colored is a water layer, and above that there is one petroleum layer. Why is that so? Right? Here you have to recall the density, that oil and gas are lighter than water and they do not mix, right? The lighter thing always is at the upper part, the denser at the lower. Oil is lighter, so it is at the above part. So here we get the oil from the, like this way. It seems to look that it is really very easy part, but when you do it, right, it is a difficult task to do, and that is why the refining is having, this industry is having much amount of money in it. Now how you refine the petroleum? It means from one petroleum, what things we get? We get petroleum gas, we get petrol over there, right? We get diesel, we get lubricating oil, we get wax, this paraffin wax which we use, that we get it from this, right? So this process of separating the various constituents is done in petroleum refining. You can see the one photo is shown of petroleum refinery, right? It is not a small task to do that. These are the constituents of petrol, that is LPG, petrol, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax and bitumen. Where it is used? LPG at home, petrol in vehicle, kerosene in stoves and jet planes, diesel in various heavy motors or heavy vehicles, lubricating oil as a lubrication to reduce the friction in machines so that it cannot get harm, paraffin wax for candles and bitumen for road surfacing. Road surfacing means to make the roads and other parts. Now we also get natural gas from this. What do you mean by natural gas? Natural gas means it is a compressed natural gas which we get from downwards of the, like, in that crust itself. Now this natural gas is pure fuel. It is used in transport vehicle because it is less polluting, it is clean fuel. The advantage is that it can be used directly for burning in home and factories where it can be supplied through pipe. Through pipe we can supply it and we can use it out. So this network has been already established in Vadodara and some part of Delhi and other places. That is, we have got a CNG pumps. This CNG, that is natural gas, is also used as starting material for chemicals, for fertilizers, right? There are various industries at Tripura, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Godavari Delta where we can find a natural gas. So there they do the refining or they just make it some clean and they supply it. Now these are the natural resources. These natural resources are few, are limited also. Why? Because after few years, when we'll not get a fossil fuel, what will happen? Again it will take million of years to make the fossil fuel, so we have to reserve this for our next generation, right? Also the second problem is when we are using much more of this fuel, it is doing a pollution. This air pollution is doing global warming and this global warming is harmful to us. Global warming means warming of the earth, that is earth is being hot. Due to this the water of glacial, that is ice of glaciers, was also melting, right? It is really a hard task. In India, the Petroleum Conservation Research Associate advise people how to save the people, how to save the petrol, diesel or natural resources. Here few tips are given. Drive vehicle at a constant and moderate speed so that the average can be maintained. That is, proper fuel can be used for a proper timing. Second, switch off the engines at a traffic lights. Third, ensure the correct tire pressure. Fourth, ensure the regular maintenance of vehicle. So all this thing must be done for your safety and for your next generation good things. So this is whole about chapter number 5, coal and petroleum.